Hey everyone, what's up? Dom here. And yesterday Microsoft came up with quite bad news for a lot of Xbox supporters. So Xbox Ultimate is getting 50% price hike to $29.99 or £22.99. This news came out yesterday and it's quite bad. A lot of people already unsubscribing. I saw a lot of posts on X, Facebook, and so on saying that Game Pass is just not for them anymore because they can't justify the value. Now, as you can see on the screen, Microsoft is trying to justify this value that for $29.99 per month, so $360 per year, you got games on PC, console, and cloud. 75 plus day one games a year, including all Xbox published games day one. So currently that's about 10 to even 12 games published by Xbox, and have that figure in mind because that's quite important. Ubisoft Plus Classics and EA Play included, with Fortnite Crew coming in November. Fortnite Crew is like a battle pass thing. Unlimited cloud gaming at our best quality with the shortest wait times, in-game benefits including for Riot Games, online console multiplayer, play and earn up to $100 a year in a store with rewards. So let's dissect this, okay? 75 plus day one games a year. It's a massive number. Now, if you have to buy 75 plus games day one, that's a lot of money. Imagine if you buy those on a discount for $10. That would be still $750 per year for you. Obviously, some of those games will be much more expensive, 20, 30, 60, $70 on the release. So if you multiply that by 75, Game Pass suddenly is a great value. Yes. However, you would need to have time to play those games. So this number could be anything. They could put there 200 day one games. It does not matter, because if you don't have time to play the games, it does not matter how many games they are going to put in there, doesn't it? They could say that every game that is released on Xbox, no matter the publisher, goes to Game Pass day one. Would you still consider it for £30 per month? Probably not, because you still would not have time to play all those games. It would not really matter. If you only have time to play, let's say, 2 games per month, fully, and I'm saying from start to finish, if you complete, let's say, around 24 games per year, which is still massive number. Many people complete much less games per year than that, probably around 12 to 15 games, and it depends on the size, yeah, especially if you have games like, I don't know, Assassin's Creed or Grand Theft Auto and so on. Those games are massive. You need hundreds of hours, so you can only complete probably one of those games per month, or even less, maybe one game per 2 months. You have kids, you have family, and suddenly the value that Xbox Ultimate did provide before is not anymore there, because before, for $20 per month, so $240 per year, if you divide that by 60, so 60 is average price for triple A game, yeah? That gives you 4. That means you would if you completed 4 games, triple A games coming to Game Pass on day one, you had your money worth, yeah? Now it's 360 divided by 6, that gives you number 6, yeah? So that's already by 2 more. And for many people, that's too much. They won't be able to justify that value. Yeah, it might sound that it's only up by 2, but in reality, it's not like that, because you have you have other commitments. You're not gonna have time to play enough to justify the value. Most people won't. That's what I'm saying. Most people won't. Most people who are playing, let's say FIFA, COD, Fortnite, and so on, and they may be playing like 1, 2, maybe 3 extra games per year. On top of that, they won't have enough time to justify that $10 per month value extra. So I think they really messed up there. I think $20 was great price. I mean, let's also play a bit of a devil's advocate. I understand Microsoft where they're coming from. They are now releasing 10 to 12 games per year from their first party studios. Yeah, that means that if you pay them $30 paid subscription, $20 or $30, whichever you want, that money is then divided depending on how much time you play, depending how much engagement the game has, through all those different studios. Yeah. So the money really that the studio is getting is quite tiny. Even if the Game Pass is beneficial because profitable, sorry, because it has been said that it earns about $4 billion per year, which is still quite a lot of money. However, if you think about this, next year Forza Horizon 6 launches. Now, the player base for FH5 was something around 50-60 million at the end of its lifetime. That includes Steam, that includes PlayStation, and so on. Now, imagine if half of those people buy FH6 full price on $70 or $80. 30 million times $80. That's 2.4 billion, if I'm correct. It's 2.4 billion. That's a crazy amount of money. Yeah. If 30 million people buy a $80 game, obviously that's a massive number, and a lot of people will probably buy it on a discount and so on. So that number might not be correct. But imagine if you get that much money from one single game. Yeah. That's better than subscription. And where I'm going with this is, for me, this sort of looks like that if Microsoft can't get money through Game Pass because it's not enough and people are not willing to pay $30, they will go off the Game Pass. They suddenly will have enough money saved and they will start buying full price games. Yeah. So I won't be surprised if more people will start buying Forza Horizon 6, Fable, Gears, EDA on full price. Yeah. Knowing that they don't need to pay subscription anymore because they will be saving, let's say, $30 per month. And now all that money goes into buying full price games. That goes straight to Microsoft and then straight to the studio that created the game, or percentage of it goes to studio that created the game. And this way they still win. Yeah, Microsoft wins in any situation. Like, you don't want to pay for the subscription? Fine. They have so many games that you're gonna be paying for and they will still win. You want to pay for subscription? There you go. We got $30 subscription, day one games. There you go. And this subscription I still think is the best deal in gaming, only if you have time. If you have time, if you have, let's say, free weekends, lots of evenings free, and so on, so you probably don't have kids or other commitments, you will have enough time to play enough games to justify that £30 per month. It's still a massive hike, and I still fucking hate that. But let's be honest, if you take those numbers on a face value, they are really good. But like I said, you need to have time for it. If you don't have time, Game Pass is not anymore for you. I would suggest to cancel it and maybe go into the essential or premium version. You still have access to quite a lot of games, and then you might be purchasing those day one games on a discount, or you might wait until they reach premium, because the games from Microsoft, from Xbox Studios, will still come to premium within a year, and premium is half price of ultimate. So all the people who saying that, oh, they canceling, they will either be back on Xbox Game Pass, just not the ultimate, they will be back on premium, or they will be purchasing Xbox games for the discounts. For Microsoft, it does not matter how you purchase the games. Or you purchase it on Steam, PlayStation, whatever, they still earn the money. And it's funny seeing all those people saying, "Oh, that's the final straw for Microsoft. Microsoft's going down." They're not going down. You're still gonna be buying their games unless you're gonna stop buying their games. Full stop. They will still earn their money. How is that not? How people don't understand it? They will still earn their money. Are either gonna make money for subscriptions, or for you paying full price for their games, or even discounted price for their games. You're still gonna be in that ecosystem, or you're gonna be buying their games. It doesn't no matter where you're buying them. Yeah. Another thing here is Ubisoft Plus Classic. Now let's stop with that a little bit. So that Ubisoft Classic, it's said that it's a service that will be offered on PC, cloud, and console. Now, the problem with that I have is that Ubisoft Classic on console is different than on PC. So if we go back to this article, so Ultimate available today. So this is down through Ubisoft Classic. Yeah. So these are the games that are joining through the Ubisoft Classic. Quite a lot of them. Great, yeah. But look at the list. Assassin's Creed, and it ends on Unity. They're kind of going in release order. Well, Rogue Remaster, I think, is the last one, or maybe it's a collection, is the last one in release order. However, if you go to Ubisoft Plus Game Library and you go to Classics on PC, there are games here like Far Cry 6, like Valhalla, like Watch Dogs Legion, like Anno 1800, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Far Cry 5, and so on. Now, those games are not here. Now, are those games are not here because they are already part of Game Pass Ultimate currently, or is Game Pass or is the Ubisoft Classic on the console different to the one on PC? I'm not sure because I haven't checked that yet. And yeah, it will be worth checking that out. And obviously, then they have unlimited cloud gaming. Cloud gaming at the moment is getting really serious, and if it's a better quality, shorter waiting time, that's obviously great. But is it worth extra $10? Not sure. For me personally, I am locked in with Game Pass Ultimate till 2027. After that, I'm gonna have to think about it, because the added value that they're adding to Ultimate at the moment is not enough for me to subscribe for $30. It was worth for 20 because I had enough time to play enough Game Pass games that they're adding, and enough first party games that they're adding to justify the value. So this year, for example, I played Doom, South of Midnight, Avowed, and I'll be playing Outer Worlds and Keeper. So 5 games from the first party. Yeah. So if I have to pay full price for all those, let's say roughly about $50, because South of Midnight was cheaper, Keeper is cheaper, so about $50 on average, that would be $250. Yeah. And the full price currently that was of Game Pass is $240 per year. That's if you pay full price. Obviously, there are other means to get the Game Pass through certain websites, which will reduce that price to probably even half, to be honest with you. in UK at least, just for reference, for a whole year of Game Pass, I paid £127 with a discount. That's half price of retail. So have that in mind. So that's my take. And I would love to know your take. Are you gonna unsubscribe from Game Pass? Do you still think it's great value? And if you leave a like underneath this video if you enjoyed it, me discussing it. If you want to see more of these as well. Just to summarize what I think about it, I think the price hike is shit, and it shouldn't happen like that. Maybe a $2 more this year, maybe $2. If that would be incremental, that would be better, and it would be better taken back. I think Microsoft is doing this on purpose to drive people more into buying their games on full price, and also to justify $80 games. Remember, when the FH6 comes out, Fable comes out, and it's gonna have $80 tag, there will be also a little notification next to it, also available on Game Pass Ultimate for $30 per month. And I bet you every money I have that people will start going back to Ultimate, at least for a month or two, but that would be enough. At least a month or two to finish those games, and then they will unsubscribe again and then go back to it at some point. I reckon that's gonna happen, or they're just gonna be paying full price on Microsoft games, and Microsoft will still win. So let me know in the comments what you think. This was Dom. It was a pleasure to speak to you again. Bye bye.